Okay, so listen, finding art for your space can be one of the most overwhelming, hardest parts of making over your space, but it doesn't have to be. I have been doing this for quite a while now, and finding art is like just the most annoying thing because it's like, where do I find good art that doesn't look like this or this? I don't want my space to look like some kind of home model or like every other house actually. So where do we find the good art? So today I'm going to share my top 10 places to source art for all of my designs. But before we jump into it, we are almost at 20,000 subscribers, you guys, and I cannot believe I'm saying that. It's so crazy, but I'm so happy about it. I know I've told you guys this before, but I looked at my analytics and about 30 to 40% of you guys who come back every week and watch are still not subscribed. So I would love it if we can make it to 20K by next week. If you're watching on your TV, it's so easy. All you have to do is click the little icon with the profile picture of me on it, toggle up and hit subscribe. It's that easy. And I don't know, I think I want to do another giveaway once we get to, I really want to do a giveaway at 50K. So the sooner we get to 20K, the sooner we can get to 50, and I want to give a really big gift away for that. Lastly, I would love to meet you guys. I'm going to be at Pride 2026 in Kalamazoo doing my first vendor event, and I'm so nervous, you guys, but it's coming together. I'm going to be selling some home decor products. These home decor products I actually plan on launching next winter. I'm actually dropping a candle line, and this is one of my candles. I don't know if you guys can see. This is my candle, Good Juju, and I'm so excited. It smells so good. I worked with a candle maker to design this custom signature line, so if you guys come out, you can see and smell some of my candles. I'm also going to have lots of other things like catch-all dishes, coasters, vases, all kinds of really stylish things. Everything that I am getting would be something that I would use in one of my clients' homes or my homes. So I'm really excited to show that with you guys and to meet you. So if you are in the Kalamazoo area, definitely check me out this weekend, June 5th and 6th. And then I'm going to be in Grand Rapids on the 7th. So I'll make sure to put all the information here, and I hope to see you guys. Anyways, let's jump into the video. So the number one way and the cheapest way, and when I say cheap, I mean $0.99 or no, 0.00, is public domain art. You can find art on the public domain. There's so many sites that have free art. And you might be wondering, what is public domain art? So public domain art consists of artwork whose copyrights have actually been expired. And this is one of my favorite ways to find art because there's such a huge variety. A lot of times you'll find really like classic, unique pieces that you won't find today in stores, and it's free 99. You can go to any public domain site. You just download the art print, put it in a nice frame, and then you can enjoy museum quality art without spending a huge price tag. There are so many different places you can go. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, the National Gallery of Art, the Art Institute of Chicago. I also think the Smithsonian is one that you can do, along with many others. I also like when collectors go and do the work for you. So one site that I love that does this is Artvee. Artvee goes and they collect a bunch of public domain prints, and you can go look through there. It's really nice because it curates all the best pieces for you, so you can go on their site and do some shopping and download the prints that you like. Next up is Etsy. You guys actually know that I have some Etsy art here in my home. Etsy has a lot of original artwork. There's lots of small artists who sell their pieces there. One thing that I do to help me find really good pieces is to type in keywords. One thing I do is acrylic, or I'll do canvas, or I'll do watercolor. So those are some terms that you can type into the Etsy search to help narrow down some of the more mass-produced art and get those really beautiful, original, one-of-a-kind pieces. You guys saw that I actually have a favorite Etsy seller. I think she's out of the Ukraine, and I have two pieces of hers in my dining room. Everyone is always asking about those pieces. They just make the space look so much more elevated, so much more custom and curated. So I highly recommend going to Etsy to check out some of the art pieces there. Also, if you're looking for really oversized art, Etsy is a really good place to do that because you can get them for a good price. A lot of the sellers on there are independent sellers, they're new, and so they're looking to get their artwork out. They're looking for the sales so you can get a little bit better of a deal. It's also really nice knowing that I am supporting a small artist in this whole process and not a big box store. Another thing about Etsy, if you don't want to spend a little bit more on an original art piece, they have hundreds and hundreds of prints that you can use. You would use the same process with a print as you would for the public domain. All you do is purchase a file. They'll send you the file. You put that on a hard drive or you email it to Kinko's, get it printed out, get it professionally framed. I just learned that Hobby Lobby does professional framing. So does Michael's and those kinds of places, and Kinko's. So go, not Kinko's, Hobby Lobby and Michael's, I believe they do professional framing, and it's affordable. It's not like a super pricey place like Framebridge, even though I love Framebridge. They're just more on the high end. So any of those options can work if you're looking to elevate your art even more and put it in a really nice frame. Okay, number 3, we're gonna thrift some art. There's tons of nice art at the thrift store. I'm gonna be honest, there's also tons of mass-produced items as well, but you can really find some nice art pieces. You just need to know where to look. For example, a vintage store already does a lot of the curating for you. A lot of the times you can find really nice art pieces at a vintage store, not just a thrift store, but someone who's already gone out and done a lot of the searching and digging for you. There is a vintage antique store called Lost and Found in Grand Rapids that I love to go to. They always have so many beautiful art pieces. Now, a lot of the times they are out of my budget or my price range, so I don't get them, but I have gotten pieces from them before. So definitely check out your local antique store, your local consignment shops. Those places will have really good options for art. You definitely don't want to sleep on estate sales too. Estate sales, you can find some really nice, unique pieces. Sometimes they're very sentimental, like things that people have made each other in the home. So definitely look at estatesales.net. You can go on that site and look at different estate sales in your area, and let me know in the comments if you've gone to an estate sale or if you could see any coming up. I would love to know what you guys' experience is. Some of my favorite pieces have actually come from the thrift store. You know that guy that you know, the Asian man holding the lantern that I used to have above my bed that I called my husband? That was one of my favorite pieces. I think I'm gonna sell that though at the upcoming fair, because I'm gonna have some thrifted pieces too. So if you really like that painting and you want it for yourself, definitely make sure to stop by my booth, because I think I'm gonna have that. Also, if you don't have any thrift stores near you but you want some access to it, you can go to cherish.com or firstdibs.com. They have lots of thrifted items and you can find so many art options on those websites. You guys just saw me do this in my bedroom makeover. I had a coffee table book that I ripped a page out and I framed it, and it looked absolutely beautiful. It really pulled everything together, and it's a super easy, affordable way that you can bring art into your space. The key to this though is the framing. You definitely want to put it in a nice frame. Again, Framebridge is a really good option. You can go to your local Hobby Lobby or Michael's to get that personally framed. And if you want to make it pop even more, get a custom matting, something that's bold, something that's vibrant, maybe even something with some pattern, and also correlate it to the frame or to the photo. That really makes your space look very intentional and like it was styled by an interior designer. One of my favorite places to get art is Instagram, and TikTok. You don't know how many artists I've found on there. There is just a endless amount of artists who are displaying their art on these platforms. So start seeking them out. I think that's how it first started for me. I started looking for artists on these platforms, and then the algorithm just kept feeding me more and more artists. Some of my favorite artists I've found on there. One that I love so much is So Trill. She has just very unique art pieces. First of all, her home is just filled with all of her art and just art that she loves, her kids' art. So that's one way that you can find it. There's so many on there, and if you just search some of the same things that you would search on Etsy, like original art, acrylic art, watercolors, like these things will lead you to different artists on the platform, and almost always they'll have their website and then you can get art. I have purchased at least 2 art pieces from people who I found on social media. Number 7 is my favorite, which is make your own art, you guys. Like, You can make your own art. Just really tap into that creative part of you. We are all artists, and even if you're not the best artist, just start at doing something, even if it's coloring a page in a book or making a collaborative piece with your family. Those things are sentimental, and so when you frame them nicely, it looks like a really good piece of art. You could take your kids' art, for example, and frame that and put that up on the wall. Another thing to note is that art doesn't necessarily have to be a painting or a drawing. Anything can be art. So think about maybe your favorite scarf. If you were to take that and put that in a frame, that's now art. Or if you took an object that was meaningful to you and you framed that, or you just hung that up on the wall. So open up your mind to what art actually is, and really have that mindset when you're looking for pieces to fill your home. A fabric from a memorable trip, a childhood keepsake, or some pressed flowers even. Sheet music, handwritten letters are another really nice touch. So just open your mind up and consider all of these unique ways that you can display art in your home. With this, the goal is meaning, sentimental. When you see that on your wall, it evokes emotion, and that's really what art is supposed to do. So you've accomplished your goal. So really think about those things, and don't forget to invest in framing. That's really going to elevate those pieces even more. So wallpaper is one of the most underrated sources of artwork that I found. There are so many different prints for wallpaper, and they are your most basic stripes to your most elaborate painting. And the thing is, you don't need a big roll of wallpaper. You just need the smallest amount, even a sample you could get, and then frame that, and you got your art piece. So the next two are gonna be actually stores that I like to get my art from. Number 9 is Desenio, and right behind me you guys see my favorite Desenio piece. I love this canvas print. It just really ties this room together and makes a wow statement in this room. Desenio has a huge collection of art that you can choose from. They have so many different styles and lots of different artists who take their art and sell them on there. You can get it as a stretched canvas, or you can get it as a print. So that's one of the things I like about the site, is that they have unique pieces from real artists, and it's not something that you would see, like I said, at your Home Depot or any kind of mass produced piece. I really like it for that reason. So number 10 is going to be Tappan Collective. Tappan Collective is a little more on the higher end, but they have beautiful pieces, lots of original artwork from artists, and they can range anywhere from a couple $100s to several $1,000s. So you do have an option for some affordable, but I will say most of them are a lot more expensive because it is original artwork. So if you're in a place where you want to invest, you want that really unique show-stopping piece, Tappan Collective is the place for you. And lastly but not least, I'm gonna throw in a bonus for you guys, and that's actually Paste Studio and Poster Club. These are two of my favorite designer approved resources for art. Poster Club collaborates with artists around the world to create contemporary artwork that feels elevated and timeless. You'll find abstract pieces, landscapes, organic forms, and modern prints that work beautifully in high-end interiors. These are the kinds of sources that interior designers use when they want their space to feel curated, intentional, and sophisticated. And I would just like to end this video with saying art does not have to be super expensive. It just has to mean something to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love sourcing art. I just love art. I think I don't know, it's just one of the key things that I like to design my spaces around. And there's all kinds of art. Art is just beautiful, it's expressive, and you definitely need some in your space if you don't have them already. Hopefully this video gave you some ideas and the inspiration and the confidence to start shopping for art in your space. I really hope I see you all this weekend. Again, that's June 5th, 6th, and 7th. I'm going to be doing vendor events in Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo. The 5th and the 6th is going to be in Kalamazoo Pride 2026, and my booth is Juju Home. That's my company name. And then you can also find me at the Fulton Street Market on the 7th in Grand Rapids for a Love for Lily event. I will be there as well. Also, make sure you guys join my waitlist if you haven't already. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link down below, but I'm gonna be dropping a course this summer, and it's gonna have all that I've ever talked about and more. It's also going to have lots of interactive worksheets, answer all of you guys' questions, and I think it's going to give you that confidence that you need to design your space. A lot of you guys asked me to design your space for you, but I'm only one person, so I would love to offer you this course because it's everything that I've shared with you in more depth, and it'll be a very intimate space for me to share my thoughts with you on how to create a home that you love. Anyways, guys, that's all for today's video. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you this weekend if you are in the West Michigan area. Anyways, I love you, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye.